Did you know that tapping just 3 points on your body could help you fall asleep faster and sleep deeper starting tonight? For many older adults, bedtime has become a nightly battle. You lie there for hours, mind racing, body tired, yet sleep just won't come. And even if you do fall asleep, you wake up feeling just as drained. But here's the good news. In this video, I'll show you a simple 3-point tapping technique backed by both ancient wisdom and modern science that could help reset your sleep, calm your nerves, and restore your energy in just a few minutes before bed. Don't wait until poor sleep robs you of your clarity, balance, and vitality. Try this natural solution starting tonight. Before we begin, tell me where you're watching from and what time is it for you right now? Or just type hope in the comments if you're ready to sleep better and feel alive again. And if you find this helpful, hit subscribe to catch more simple health tips. Now let's get into the first tapping point. You won't believe how quickly it can quiet your mind. You know, one of the most common things I hear from folks over 65 is this: I sleep for 8 hours, but I still wake up exhausted. And it's not just about feeling tired. It's that heavy-headed fog in the morning, that sense of dragging your feet through the day. And worst of all, the worry that this is just how it's going to be from now on. But here's what no one tells you. Your sleep didn't just change overnight, your body did. After 60, your brain naturally makes less melatonin, the hormone that tells your body when it's time to rest. And your nervous system, it becomes more sensitive, which means even small worries about your health, your kids, your next doctor's visit can quietly keep your body in alert mode even when your mind wants to sleep. I once spoke with Mr. Harold from Minnesota. He's 72 and used to be an early riser all his life, but he told me lately he'd lie in bed for hours, his thoughts racing. I think I'm asleep, but then I wake up more tired than before. He even tried sleep meds, but they made him groggy and forgetful the next day. And here's the truth. When we rely on pills, we're not fixing the root of the problem. We're just numbing the signal. According to Johns Hopkins researchers, most seniors experience something called fragmented sleep, where the body never reaches that deep restorative stage because it never feels fully safe to relax. But there's hope. You don't need heavy medications. You don't need expensive machines. What your body needs is a gentle signal, one that tells it, you're safe now. You can rest. That's exactly what the 3-point tapping method does. By touching specific points, your forehead, your temples, and the back of your neck, you send a calming wave through your nervous system. Your heart rate slows, your thoughts quiet down, and your body begins to do what it was made to do: sleep, heal, and restore. So if sleep has become a struggle for you lately, stay with me, because the next part could change your nights and your days for the better. Now, here's something I wish more folks over 65 knew. Sometimes your body doesn't need more pills. It just needs the right signal to relax. You see, many people think that deep sleep only comes from medication, but our bodies were built with the tools to rest and heal. They've just forgotten how to use them. That's where the 3-point tapping method comes in. It's a simple calming practice that takes less than 5 minutes. No pills, no machines, just your fingertips and a quiet place. I remember talking to Ms. Doris. She's 76 and lives in Pennsylvania. She used to dread bedtime, not because she wasn't tired, but because her mind just wouldn't turn off. I'd lay there staring at the ceiling, she said, like my brain forgot how to sleep. After a week of doing this gentle tapping, she said her mind slowed down. Her shoulders weren't so tight. And for the first time in months, she woke up feeling like herself again. Now science backs this up too. According to the Harvard Health Letter, when we stimulate certain points on our face and neck, we send a message to the parasympathetic system. That's the part of the body that says it's safe. You can rest now. It slows your heartbeat, relaxes your muscles, and helps your brain create more melatonin, the very thing we start to lose after age 60. And the best part, this isn't hard. You'll be gently tapping 3 points: your forehead, your temples, and the back of your neck. Each one connects to nerves that help your body settle down, like dimming the lights in your mind. So if you're someone who dreads another restless night Why not try this tonight just before bed? It doesn't cost a thing. And you might be surprised just how fast your body remembers how to sleep. Now let me show you exactly where to place your fingers and how just 30 seconds on each spot can change the way you feel tomorrow morning. Now let's talk about the first point in this tapping method, and it might surprise you just how powerful it is. It's right here, the soft spot between your eyebrows, just about an inch above. This little area is more than just the space between your eyes. It's connected to the part of your brain that helps you make decisions, handle stress, and process emotions. And when that part is too busy, it's like a radio that won't stop playing static. Your mind stays loud even when your body is begging for rest. I remember speaking to Mr. Frank, a retired teacher from Ohio, 78 years old. He told me bedtime had become the hardest part of his day. Even when his body felt exhausted, his thoughts just kept circling. Did I take my pills? What if my blood pressure spikes? Did I forget to call the kids back? So we tried something together. Each night before bed, he sat quietly, took a deep breath, and gently tapped that spot between his brows for about 30 seconds. Nothing too hard, just a soft, steady rhythm with his index finger, like knocking politely on a door. Within a week, he said it felt like someone had turned the volume down in his head. His mind wasn't racing as much, and most nights he actually fell asleep before he realized he was tired. Now here's why this works. According to Harvard Medical School, the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain right behind the forehead, tends to stay overactive in older adults, especially if you're someone who's used to thinking your way through everything. But sleep doesn't respond to thinking. Sleep responds to calm. When you tap gently on this spot, you're doing something beautiful. You're giving your brain a new signal. It says it's okay to stop now. It's okay to rest. And when you pair that with deep breathing, slow inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, a soft pause, then a long exhale through your mouth, you tell your whole nervous system you're safe. That's what so many of us are really craving. Not just sleep, but peace before sleep. Now, if you skip this step, if you go to bed with your thoughts still spinning, your body may lie down, but your brain stays standing up. That's when you toss and turn. That's when you wake up more tired than when you went to bed. But the good news is this step is easy. Anyone can do it. You don't need a machine or a prescription. Just a finger, a breath, and a moment of stillness. Would you like to try it right now with me? Place your index finger between your eyebrows. Move it up just a little, about 1 inch. Now gently tap, slowly. 1, 2, 3, like a lullaby. And breathe. That's it. Just doing this for 30 to 60 seconds each night could be the shift your body has been waiting for. It's a small action, but it carries a big message. You're not powerless against your sleep troubles. You're not broken. Your body still knows how to rest, it just needs a little reminder. And that gentle reminder begins right here between your brows. Now let's move to the next point, one that holds a surprising amount of tension for most folks without them even knowing. Let's talk about your temples. The second point I want to show you might seem small, but don't let that fool you. It's located right at your temples, one on each side of your forehead, just above and a little behind your eyes. Now here's something most folks don't realize. The temple area is packed with tiny blood vessels and nerve endings. According to Mayo Clinic, it's one of the most sensitive spots on the head and one of the first places where stress quietly builds up. That's why when you're feeling mentally tired or overwhelmed, you often feel it right there, a tightness, a heaviness, or even a dull ache that won't let go. I remember chatting with Miss Eleanor, a widow in her early 70s from Indiana. She told me her headaches used to come like clockwork every evening around 8. Not the splitting kind, just a tight band of pressure that would settle right at her temples. She thought maybe it was her glasses or the lighting, but really it was unspoken stress collecting in one spot. She didn't want to rely on pain meds, especially at night, so she tried this tapping method. Each night before bed, she'd sit in her recliner, close her eyes, and gently tap both temples with her middle fingers, slow and steady, for about 40 seconds. No rush, no effort. just gentle rhythmic taps like rain on a quiet roof. After a few nights, something changed. She said the evening headache softened, then stopped showing up altogether. Even more than that, she noticed she was sleeping deeper and waking up feeling lighter, not just in her head, but in her whole body. Here's the reason why this works. When we stimulate the temples this way, we encourage healthy circulation around the brain. The gentle pressure helps relax the tiny muscles around the head and jaw, easing tension that often goes unnoticed. More importantly, we activate calming nerve signals, the kind that helps slow your heartbeat and settle your nervous system. Without that release, the pressure can build night after night, and over time it makes it harder for the brain to quiet down. Even small worries can feel bigger. And before you know it, sleep becomes a battle instead of a blessing. But when you gently tap both temples, something powerful happens. You remind your body that the day is over. You signal to your brain, it's time to let go now. If you want to try it with me right now, it's simple. Sit comfortably, feet flat on the floor or tucked up in bed. Take your middle fingers and rest them lightly on your temples, right between your eyes and ears. Now start tapping slowly, nothing hard, just soft, steady pulses. And while you're tapping, breathe in slowly through your nose. Hold that breath just for a moment, then let it out gently through your mouth. You can do this for 30 to 40 seconds each night. Some people even say it feels so relaxing they don't want to stop. It's a tiny ritual, but it can become a powerful habit, one that helps you clear the tension of the day and ease into sleep without struggle. This is your time to rest, your time to heal, and you deserve a method that respects your body and works with it, not against it. Now let's move on to the third and final point, a spot where most people carry years of hidden stress without even realizing it, the back of the neck. Let's take a look. The third and final point might be the most overlooked, but also the most powerful. It's right at the base of your skull, where the back of your neck meets your head. And if you've ever woken up with a heavy head-tight shoulders or a stiff neck, this might be where the trouble starts. You see, many older adults carry stress here without even knowing it. Over the years, tension builds up in this spot, from everything looking down at a book, carrying groceries, worrying about the grandkids. It adds up day after day, like water dripping into a cup. And eventually the cup spills over into poor sleep, neck aches, or a dull fog that never fully lifts in the morning. Let me tell you about Mr. Gerald, 75, from North Carolina. He used to be a truck driver, always had great posture, strong shoulders. But lately he noticed something strange. Even if he slept 7-8 hours, he'd wake up with a tight neck and this heavy pressure-like feeling behind his eyes. He thought maybe it was just age catching up, until his daughter showed him the tapping method. He started doing this 1-minute ritual every night before bed. Just 3 fingers, the middle ring, and pinky gently tapping from one side of the base of his skull to the other. He described it like building a little bridge with his fingertips crossing from left to right, following the curve where the head meets the neck. After just a few days, Gerald told me something simple but powerful. I didn't realize how much tension I was carrying until it started to melt away. And that's exactly the point. Johns Hopkins Medicine says this area houses some of the body's key nerves for balanced sleep and circulation. When it stays tense, blood flow to the brain is reduced. That's why so many folks feel groggy in the morning, not from lack of hours, but from lack of oxygen-rich circulation during the night. Left untreated, this kind of hidden tension can quietly wear you down. It can lead to frequent headaches, restless sleep, and even poor posture that affects how you breathe and move throughout the day. It's not just a neck issue, it's a quality of life issue. But the solution is beautifully simple. Here's how you do it. Sit comfortably, shoulders soft, head upright. Bring your fingers behind your head, resting them gently under your skull, just where the hairline begins. Now tap softly like you're touching a sleeping bird. No need to push or press, just feel the rhythm left to right and back again. Do this for about 1 full minute, all while breathing deeply and slowly. I always recommend pairing this with a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And if you want to make it even more calming, close your eyes and picture the stress leaving your neck like steam rising off warm tea. So here's my question to you. What would it feel like to wake up without that heavy-headed tension tomorrow? To start your day feeling light, loose, and balanced, not stiff and weighed down? It's possible, and it starts with something as small as your own fingers and a moment of quiet care. Try it tonight. Just 1 minute. Give your body the gentle signal it's been waiting for, and let your sleep and your mornings begin to feel different again. Now that you've learned all 3 tapping points, let's take a moment to tie it all together and explore a few more simple nighttime habits that can make your sleep even more peaceful. Let's keep going. Now that you've learned the 3 tapping points, let me share something that makes the whole practice even more powerful. Because the truth is, it's not just what we do before bed. It's how we guide our body to slow down gently, like dimming the lights at the end of the day. And the first little habit that makes a big difference: a warm glass of water with a spoonful of raw honey. It may sound too simple, but it's a trick that's been quietly used for generations. Warm water helps the body relax from the inside out. And honey, well, that tiny bit of natural sugar gives your brain just enough energy to produce serotonin, which then turns into melatonin, the sleep hormone that gets weaker as we age. Miss Ruth from Arizona told me she used to toss and turn until 1 or 2 a.m. Then someone at her church group suggested honey water before bed. She tried it, and within a few nights, she noticed her body stop fighting sleep. She said, "It was like my body finally got the memo. It's time to rest." And that's exactly what our bodies need: a clear, gentle signal. Now here's another small but mighty habit: turn off the lights, especially the blue ones, at least 30 minutes before bed. That means the TV, the phone, even that bright little bedside lamp. According to the National Sleep Foundation, this helps your brain rebuild its natural rhythm. Your brain thinks blue light means daytime, so it delays melatonin. But when we shift into darkness, soft yellow light, or just candlelight, it tells your system, the day is done. Some folks say, "But I like to watch a little TV to fall asleep." And I get it, it feels like comfort. But if your sleep feels light or broken, that screen might be why. So instead, try sitting quietly in dim light. You could listen to a soft podcast, hum a prayer, or sip your honey water while doing your tapping. And finally, one of my favorite parts of this ritual, the 4-2-6 breathing. It's so simple. You breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it gently for 2 seconds, and then breathe out slowly for 6 seconds. That longer exhale tells your nervous system you're safe now. It's like giving your heart a little hug. A study from Harvard Medical School found that pairing rhythmic breathing with calming routines like gentle tapping or sipping warm liquids helps older adults fall asleep faster and wake up fewer times during the night. You don't need a fancy app or machine. You just need a few peaceful minutes where your body feels cared for. If you're someone who's tried pills and still wakes up tired, or someone who lies in bed thinking, "Why can't I just shut it all off?" I want you to know this. Your body remembers how to sleep. It just needs familiar signals done gently, consistently, to feel safe enough to let go. So here's a simple routine to try tonight. Turn off the screens early. Dim the lights. Sip your honey water. Do your tapping. And breathe. 4 and hold, 2 exhale, 6. That's it. You're not alone in this. And you're not broken. With just a little patience and care, you can sleep better and wake up feeling like yourself again. Now let's take a moment to wrap this all together and remind ourselves why these small choices done with love can change the way we age. I hope this gentle bedtime routine reminded you of something important, that your body still holds the wisdom to rest, recover, and feel calm again. Sometimes all it takes is a quiet moment, a soft breath, and a little touch of care. If something in this video gave you peace or sparked a new idea, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts, or just type the word HOPE if you're ready for better nights ahead. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Tap the little bell for updates and maybe share this video with a friend or loved one who could use a little rest too. Wishing you a peaceful evening, gentle dreams, and mornings that feel just a little lighter, like sunlight on your favorite porch chair. Sleep well and take good care of yourself.